Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. So I know it has been like forever since I've uploaded something. Like, I was looking at my channel today really quickly and I realized it had been like 3 weeks since I've uploaded a video. It is now almost, sorry, I just banged my elbow. Excuse me. It's now almost like July. Like, I know Canada Day is like this Monday, so we're coming into July, and the last video I uploaded was my May BoxyCharm, so it has been a long time. So I do apologize for that. Before I get into the video, I'll kind of give you guys like a little quick reason as to why. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with that. So you guys all know I went to the Dominican Republic back in May, and then, you know, I got home and I had weddings on back-to-back weekends when I got home, and then I got really sick. Like, I had like a really bad, brutal, like cold kind of thing going on. I don't know. It's just been a lot. And then I was having some anxiety and some panic attacks and just wasn't ever in the mood to sit down and like film for an extended length of time. And the few times that I did try and film videos, I didn't like them. I didn't like the way they turned out. I didn't feel like editing them. I just, you know, didn't want to do it. And like, you know, this YouTube channel, it is not, I know for a lot of like beauty YouTubers, it is their job, and so they have like a strict schedule of when they upload, and they get tons of PR, makeup, and all of these things that they want to like get information out to you guys. But that's not the case for me. Like, I do, and I'm not trying to say like they don't also have full-time jobs outside of that, but I have a full-time job and my schedule is a little bit more hectic because it is shift work. So like, I can't have a strict uploading schedule. Also because mine and Tom's schedules are so opposite. Like, I work every other weekend. He only works like straight days, Monday through Friday, like normal people do. And I work, you know, 12-hour nights, then 12-hour days, then 12-hour nights, then 12-hour days. And like, I like to just chill out. So we already like, you know, the time that I do get off work, I like to spend with him and my family and our friends and stuff like that. So sometimes it's really hard for me to like get the time to come on and film for you guys. And that's sort of why I don't have an uploading schedule. And I also don't like uploading just for the sake of uploading. Like, anything I put up for you guys, I want to be something I want to do, something that I'm interested in, that I'm passionate about, not just doing it because I'm looking for the views or because I want content up for you guys. Like, if it doesn't mean something to me, something that I'm like happy to put up, I'm not going to put it up. That's just kind of how I am. So like I said, it's been a while, but I have today off work and I've been thinking about putting something up for a while, and I think I finally found something that I'm interested in putting up. I'm going to be trying to film a couple videos today. Also, you may notice that the quality on this is a little bit different. I am trying to film this with an actual camera. Now, this isn't like a pro like film setup like a lot of YouTubers have. I'm literally just using my little digital camera that I take on vacation, and it is the most Mickey Mouse setup. Like, I've got it sitting on a box with like an open palette in the background because this one doesn't have a viewfinder that I can see. So I have to like use the mirror in the background, which I'm kind of looking at. I keep not knowing where to look because like I can see that the lens is here, right there. But because I have a mirror in the background just so that I can make sure stuff's in focus and I'm in frame and all of that stuff, it is pretty Mickey Mouse, this setup. But I'm going to see how it works because I know, like, again, this isn't my job. I just kind of do it for fun. But a lot of you guys complain that my quality sucks, and I can see that it's not great, to be completely honest. So I wanted to try something a little bit different and see if this would work out instead. So for today's video, as you guys can tell by the title, I thought it would be really fun to do a full face of forgotten makeup. This was kind of inspired by, I've been watching a lot of like declutters lately, and the people I've been watching, like, they get to the bottom of certain drawers and they're like, oh my god, I forgot I even had this, like, and I remember loving it, or I can't remember how I felt about it. And I was like, damn, I'm sure I've got a ton of makeup like that, like palettes and stuff that get tucked in the backs of drawers, and then I'm in a rush when I'm getting ready, so I'm never like digging for stuff. So I thought today I would use a bunch of products that I haven't used in a while, either on my channel or in my personal life. That way I can kind of get a sense for, like, you know, did I love a product then? Do I still love it now? Is it even still good now? Has it expired? That sort of thing. So we are going to get started. So in terms of primers, I literally just threw everything all over the desk. Like, there is no organization. behind me. So in terms of primers and stuff today, I thought I would use these Hourglass primers. So I've got the primer Serum, and I've also got the mineral primer, the Veil primer. So I thought I would use those, and I also have this MAC like Prep and Prime Pore Refiner stick. So we're gonna use that as well. I did just go tanning today, so I've got a little bit of redness, and I've been breaking out like crazy lately. I didn't even tweeze my eyebrows today. Like I'm just like a hot freaking mess. So I'm gonna go in with the Serum first. If I'm looking kind of off this way, it's because I do have a mirror set up there, because normally I use like the viewfinder in my phone. So like my screen, I have it flipped the other way, so it's the front facing camera is the one I normally film with, hence the quality also. So yeah, if I'm looking off this way, it's because I have a mirror set up there so that I can actually see what's going on. I haven't used this primer in so freaking long, and I put the Serum on first because it is really hot out and it's summer and my face is getting real dry real quick, it seems. So whatever I can do to help myself out in this situation is ideal. And then I've got, like I said, this Pore Refiner stick. I used to be like obsessed with this thing, and I haven't used it in so long. But it's kind of like Benefit's Porefessional, where it just sort of like blurs out any of your bigger pores. So my bigger pores are like kind of in between my eyebrows and then on my nose. I don't know, I should have shown you like a before and after. Like my pores aren't great. Tell me what to do for this, people, because I always like use like those like blackhead like peeling masks and stuff like that. But also once you rip everything out, aren't you just opening up your pores for more gunk and crap to get in? I don't really know. Whatever. So for a foundation today, we are going to use my Too Faced Do You foundation. This came out last summer, so I don't even know if it's still good anymore. Oh, it should actually be good because this is an 18th month primer, or foundation, so that's kind of awesome. I thought a lot of them are only like 6. So I've got my little pan, which is dirty. I'm just gonna pump some in there. I can't remember how I felt about this primer. I think I liked it. I'm in light beige, in case anybody's wondering. I love the smell of this. It smells like watermelon. And I thought it would be fun to put in some of these fresh squeezed drops. These are the ones in Sparkling Pink Grapefruit. They also came out with that collection. So I'm just gonna like, boop, boop, add a couple drops in there just for a little bit of shine and sparkle. Like, I don't know why I don't use those anymore, because they literally are sitting on my vanity. Like, I see them every single day and I just forget about them. So I'm just mixing it together in the little pan, and then I'm just going to apply it. So this is a thicker coverage foundation than I would normally go for, to be completely honest, but because I am having some redness and stuff like that, I'm really hoping that my camera's focusing on this. I thought it would be not a bad idea to have a bit more full coverage of a foundation on. And also, because this one is hydrating, I don't mind it quite as much as some other ones. Just trying to make sure like I actually cover everything, because sometimes I find that I put like foundation on so quickly and I like won't like push it up to like my hairline and stuff like that, and I won't carry it. I don't even know where I've put this so far. Like, I'm just a hot mess right now. I started filming this video and then I got a text message and then somebody called me. Now I'm just frazzled again. That just seems to be the way my life goes. And I can hear that Tom is pulling in the driveway as we speak, which means that I'm probably gonna stop for about 2 seconds and go and say hi. And while I'm gone, I'm gonna smooth this out, check it in a mirror, and make sure it actually looks okay. And then I will come back and continue on our... Alright, so I'm back. I have gone and said my hellos. And I also went and took my beauty blender and just kind of like blended out any streak marks that were left from my brush. I'm winded now because I just ran up and down the stairs. I don't know why I never wear this foundation, even though it is a little fuller coverage. Like, I do really like the way that it settles on my skin. It doesn't look really full coverage. It doesn't look cakey or anything. I am so winded. I'm so out of shape. Okay. Okay, so next we're gonna go in with this Bare Minerals Well Rested. I totally forgot that this stuff even existed. It sits like, again, up on my vanity, but like, I forgot all about it. So I'm just going to don't even know if it's still good. When does this expire? Oh, this is definitely probably gone bad. Great. Oh, there's some of it. Well, we'll see what happens. So it is just clear. It's just sort of meant to like brighten your under eyes a little bit. So I think that you can put this stuff on either on top of or below concealer. I don't know. That's the one thing I hate about this thing is that the lid's really hard to get on and off. So I just put some of that under there, just a little bit to just brighten. In terms of concealer, sorry, I had to turn around and go and do some stuff. I have 3 that I love, but I never use. So I've got my Boing Hydrating Concealer. This is that one that comes in like that hydrating balm stick. So I'm gonna kind of use that just down here because I get some really dry skin down here. I like this one more for like spot concealing on my face. I don't like it for my under eyes because it is hydrating. I find that it just like looks kind of wet, doesn't matte down totally when it's under your eyes, which can kind of draw more attention to the area. Just gonna pat that in. Okay, and then for under my eyes, I have the MAC Studio Finish Concealer. So that's this one. I'm in NW20, and I also have their Pro Longwear Concealer, which is also in NW20. So I'm gonna kind of do a mixture of this. Now, I used to take this on a brush and put it on that way, but in more recent, I wouldn't even say years, months, oops, I have found that I like putting my concealer on with a beauty blender. I just think that it looks a little bit more natural and more smoothed out. The one thing I do hate about this is the freaking pump because you always get more than you mean to get. So I'm just going to put some on my finger. Like it's very difficult to do like a half a pump. And I'm just going to dot it like everywhere that I want it to be. Just like that. Actually, that was the most successful time I've ever had trying to get concealer out of there. And I'm just going to let that tack down a little bit. And while I let that happen, we're going to go in with some eyebrows. So the 2 products that I've forgotten about for eyebrows are the Precisely My Brow Pencil. This is in the shade 3.5, which I can't remember if it's too dark for me. Might be all right, actually. So I'm going to go with that first because I have used the Brow in a more recent times. Oh, no, this color is actually pretty right on. I think I got this in a like Ipsy or a BoxyCharm or something of that effect. It is really hard to like draw my eyebrows in when the mirror's so far away. So if I'm like shooting to camera or whatever, like I do apologize. I'm trying to make it so you guys can see what I'm doing without me like completely covering everything. Okay. Does that look okay? I know they're not completely even, but eyebrows are supposed to be cousins, not twins. I'm just gonna take a spoolie. This is just off the back of something that I use all the time and just kind of like brush them out so that they look a little bit like blended in and even. And then I'm gonna take my beauty blender and I'm going to blend out that concealer now. It's funny because this used to be my favorite concealer and it certainly is not anymore, but I do still really like it. There we go. For a setting powder, I've got a couple. So I have my Pretty Vulgar, the Powder Room Matte About It Translucent Setting Powder. So that one's going to be kind of for like under my eyes. And I also have my MAC Medium, what's this called? Mineralized Foundation Loose. So I'm going to use that kind of like on the rest of my face to set like my foundation and some of my concealer. I just don't like putting it under my eyes because it is darker and I just did all that work to brighten my under eyes. So to do that seems kind of like counterproductive. So I'm just taking some of that translucent powder, or a lot of it, you know, and putting it all under my eyes like that. Maybe take a little bit and just stick it under my nose too, because I don't want that area to be super dark. Anywhere that I don't want any sort of like darkness to be, I'm going to put translucent powder. And then anywhere where like I would be bronzing my face anyways, I'm going to use this like foundation. It says foundation, but I've always used it as a setting powder. which is probably not right, but as long as you're kind of like gentle with the amount you take, it's not normally too bad. And it just, especially in the summertime, it does just sort of deepen up the face a little bit more, makes it a little bit even for when I go to put bronzer on anyways. Just like that. So that's pretty much like the base of my face makeup done. We are obviously going to go in with some bronzer. So for bronzer, I decided to play with the Balm Bahama Mama bronzer. I have not used this in so freaking long. And especially because I do declutters like at the end of every year, I always am keeping stuff and then I never use it. So I'm kind of like, I need to start using some of this stuff more often, because if I want to keep it, I better be using it, because I don't know, I keep a lot of stuff for the like collectability of it almost, and that's more MAC things, like limited edition things I like to keep because I like the packaging, which is not the greatest reason to keep them, but some stuff like this, like I keep it every single time because I love it, but then I'm always reaching for the ones that I love more than it, which is silly, because why am I keeping it when somebody else could be getting some good use out of it? So I just warmed my face up a little bit with that. So that's good. For blush, I totally forgot actually, I was gonna use this banana powder too, to set my under eyes, but I forgot. Please tell me this didn't break. You guys were good. I totally forgot about it. It got hidden under something. See, even I pull it out and it still gets hidden, so I will use that on a later occasion. For blush, we are going to be using my Lorac blush palette. I don't know what this palette is called, but again, it always makes it through my declutters and then I don't use it, which is stupid. So I think we're gonna go with this Ray color. I just want a little bit deeper of a color, not so like frosty pink. I really like that. Why don't I use this? Somebody explain that to me. Why do I not use stuff that I know that I love? Oh. Oh. Are you guys like that? Do you have like products that are like, you adore them, but you forget about them all the time, and then by the time you remember them, you're into something else? I don't know. I'm gonna be using my Benefit What's Up for a little bit of highlight, because again, I love this stuff, and then I don't use it ever, because I'm always using my Too Faced ones, or my Becca ones, or anything really. So I just take a little bit of that just for like a pre-pop of like shimmer, and then I'm gonna go in with, again, another Lorac product. This is from the Pirates of the Caribbean collection that came out a few years ago, the Dead Men Tell No Tales, so it's 6 highlighters. Let's go into, let's do Fortune. It's this like super blinding bright white one. I just kind of want to like remind myself, holy smokies, that was aggressive, much more so than I intended it to be. Now I kind of put it where the blush is. Oh well. Do you guys see that? Holy, why don't I use this? I feel like this whole video is just a consistent amount of me going, why don't I use that product? Why don't I use this product? For eyes, I don't have a ton of eyeshadow primers, but I do have this one. So this is my Urban Decay. This is just the original shadow potion. I never use it because I always use my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, because it's just tried and true. And again, there's nothing wrong with this primer. Like, I bought it because everybody always talked about how awesome it was, and then I used it and I liked it, and then I was like, nah, I'll use another one instead. Okay, so since we're kind of just on eyes now, the palette that I decided to play with today, because I've had it for years and I think I've only done like 3 or 4 looks out of it, so we're gonna use the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. This is like the, I don't know if it's the original one, but it's like the big white one that has, I think, 35 shadows. Sorry, I'm just kind of being a weirdo. I'm in a weird mood. I don't know what we're doing today in terms of like a look. I hadn't thought about it. I just sort of was like, again, digging through my palette drawer, and this one is literally like the bottom palette at the very, very, very back of the drawer, because it's so huge. It is such a large palette. I just never, ever, ever reach for it. Let's start with this color here. This is Silk Cream. I'm gonna use that kind of as a base in my crease. So I'm just taking like a bigger, fluffier kind of brush. Just like that. Just laying down like a kind of base color that I will then build on top of. It was meant to just go in my crease and then it ended up all over my eyelid. That's okay. Going in with... this color looks like I've never used it. Let's use this color. This is in Butter. Looks like I've never dipped my brush into it, so let's do it now. And again, just in the crease. Now I am going from my inner corner to my outer corner, just because right now all I'm doing is sort of building like a foundation to lay darker color. So like all I'm trying to do right now is define my crease a little bit. What color am I using? Oh. Just like that. Okay, now what do I do? I don't know. Okay. I really need to clean my brushes because this one's all blue. Because I was at a 90s nostalgia concert the other night and it got really blue up in here. So we're going to use this color. This is in Buns, I believe. So let's do that one. Now this one I am just going to kind of focus on the outer part of my crease. Do you guys see that? Just like that. So yeah, again, I know why I don't ever reach for this palette, and it is because it's so huge. So it's like, I'm not going to take it traveling. I'm not going to like leave it sitting out somewhere because it just takes up too much space. But it's so good. Like the colors, there's a lot in there to play with. Sorry, this is just a clean brush that I'm just sort of blending out with some of that color to make the lines a little less harsh. But again, like, I don't know. I need to just like... I was gonna say, I need to just chill out and stop buying makeup so that I can like really appreciate the stuff I have. But if you wait, later today I'm gonna be putting up a haul video full of impulse buys because I decided to go to Sephora today and everything I bought I didn't intend to buy. So that's nice. I've kind of got like a pinky browny thing going on with my eyes. So let's just keep it going. Let's actually go in with this color here. This is Mocha. I think I want to try that one. I'm trying to use colors that like, it seems like are really versatile and that I would normally go for, but like I can tell that I haven't dipped into them a lot. Feel like that added almost nothing. Okay. Maybe a little bit of darkness, that's fine. Let's use this color here. This is Soda Pop. It is super dark. It's not quite like black, like the black next to it, but it's like kind of like a purpley brownish kind of color. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit and just like kind of in a V dot it in my outer corner just to really deepen up that outer corner. I can tell I've never used this color. Other than I've maybe stuck my finger in it once or twice, just watch it. Just like that. Really deep up in there. Okay. Now I'm going to move on to my finger smudging stage where I pick a color and smudge it all over the top of my eyelid. And let's do a couple colors because again, I want to try a few things out. So we're going to do this color first. This is in Firework. Kind of like a coppery sort of reddy kind of color. So I'm going to use that more on the outer part and I'm just like taking it and tapping it on. I'm not smearing it because then I might smudge some of the work I did underneath. And I have actually tried to wet these shadows. Like I've wet a brush once and dipped it in and I screwed up the shadow. So I don't know, this isn't a definitive thing, but I would say in my experiences, the shimmers in this palette are not meant to go on wet. They are supposed to supposed to meant. They are meant to go on dry. So let's get in here with this color. This is in Little Lady, and I'm gonna use that kind of more on the inner part and into the inner corner, just to brighten it up a bit. Do you guys see that? Just like that. Right there. I'm pretty happy with that. It's, again, I came into this with no concept of what this was gonna look like, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now I've got crap all over my fingers, standard. So for eyeliner, I don't have very many eyeliners to like fuss around with that are like different, but I actually haven't used my Urban Decay Perversion one in quite some time, so I thought I would try that one today. This is gonna be really difficult because I do need to look in the camera to do this 100%. Not in the camera, in the mirror, but I'm gonna try and make sure that you guys can still see. Okay. Oh, I got it underneath. Do you guys see that? Jeez, this is really difficult to do from this far away. And sorry if you can see like that little like dangly thing, but like I do find that like to concentrate for whatever stupid reason, I do make stupid faces. What do you guys think? Does that look like a pretty solid line? Let's hope so. Sweet, that kind of worked. Now I gotta try and do it on the other eye and make them match. Oh, that one got screwed up. Oh well. Good enough? Good enough. What helps is that I'm probably like the only person on YouTube that doesn't know how and doesn't like to wing liner on myself. And I talked to the girls at MAC and they think the reason is because like when I open my eyes, if I have the liner winged a little bit, it kind of wings down once my eyes are open because of the way that my eyes are shaped. And then if I wanted people to see the wing, I would have to have like such an exaggerated wing. It would just look borderline ridiculous, so I don't do it. For mascara, we're gonna use my It Superhero Mascara. Not It Cosmetics, excuse me. Which looks like it's kind of gone goopy and bad, so I think I actually need to throw this out. Yeah, it's super goopy, whatever. I can hear you guys like screaming at me, being like, why would you keep putting it on your eye? No. Good enough? Good enough. Last, kind of, second to last thing, we're gonna put this lipstick on. This is in Pink Sand. I've had this for forever and I never ever use it. And what's really funny about it is like, I feel like they've been marketing this one, this exact color, for like a really long time as like their like staple color of this line. And every time I see it, I'm like, ooh, that's so pretty. I love that color. I should buy that. And then I'm like, wait, I own that. And I still don't use it. We're using it today. For setting spray, this is another one that I kind of totally forgot about, and that's the Hangover 3-in-1 setting spray. So we're gonna use that. We're just gonna make mist. I probably should have let my mascara dry. This does not taste good. There's some that I don't mind, that like if I get in my mouth, I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. Not that one. So, sorry this video was all over the place. Sorry I'm kind of a spaz. It does feel really, really good to get back in front of a camera with you guys. I also don't remember the last time like I filmed a full face makeup routine for you guys. So it was kind of fun for me to just get to sit down and dig through my drawers and find some old products that I used to love and either re-fall in love with them or say, why do I have this still? It's either gone bad or I know why I never used it. So if you like this kind of video, then give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to see other videos from me that you guys are interested in, if it's something that I'm interested in, I would love to film for you guys. If you guys like these of me rediscovering old makeup loves that I have, I can keep doing that as well. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment down below, check out my Instagram. There's not a lot on it, but I posted sometimes, some stuff. So I'll leave that in the description bar. I will also list all of the makeup I used. Hopefully some of it or all of it is still available. I know some of like the limited edition Lorac stuff is not, but I will do my best. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.